Is just having that passion for the sport, playing pro. It's been my life, and I feel like that really wears off on the girls, is them seeing how much I love the sport, and then you can definitely start to see as we go through practice that it starts to wear off on them. And then I feel like that's when improvement comes, is when you want to be there, you want to be better. Hi, I'm Hailie Rivera, and I coach at Empowered. My high school coach likes to talk about it all the time. Is in about 4th grade, I was 5'9", 5'10" already, and fairly athletic, and she kept trying to get me to come to volleyball camps. She had a thing called court time, which would be similar to the elite training here or the train and plays, where they just kind of show you, what volleyball is, actually techniques, how to hold your hands, how to take an approach. So again, at that point, I was about 6'2" as a freshman coming in. So she had me play JV and then varsity. I would spend all of my, every single water break, when the team would go get water, I'd have to stay and do approaches. I didn't know how to take an approach. Eventually I caught on. I started playing club that year at Wisconsin Power, which is up in the Dells. And then I kind of went from there. I focused on volleyball. I quit basketball after my sophomore year. And then one of my coaches played at IPFW. They really pushed me to go there. I got along with both Kelly and Steve a lot, and it felt like the best fit. And I chose going there my junior year, and then kind of committed to it after that. I came in freshman year with an injury, had a stress fracture, so they redshirted me my first year. Sophomore year, I came in as a starting middle. We had a great team. We ended up winning conference that year, or our tournament, Summit League tournament that year, and then we competed, lost in 5 to Iowa State in the NCAA tournament. Definitely my best memory there. We competed, we worked as a team. It's definitely my favorite volleyball memory of all time, and I really enjoyed that year. The next year, again, starting middle, we didn't win, but we were again competing, and we were at the top of the Summit League. And then senior year, I had some health complications, tore my ACL, so of course, not the way you want to end, but it was still a great career. Omar, my husband, he went and played in Sweden, and I went with him. So I actually started training with essentially their twos team, and I started just getting back into volleyball. And at that point, I decided, you know what, I really want to try to play pro. I'm going to do what I can to get there. So then that following year, I ended up going to the Philippines for 3 months. It was definitely an interesting experience playing in an Asian country, and just that the system is completely different than what we were trained. Mentality from going from college to pro is different. Following that season, I went to Indonesia, tore my other ACL, so I had to take some more time off, but I didn't want to end on that. So when Omar got a contract to go play in Estonia, I joined. They had a women's team. I had a few practices there. They wanted me to join, so then I finished out there this last fall. The first injury, when it happened, my college career was over. I didn't think much of it. Once I decided I wanted to play volleyball again, I was in the gym almost every day, whether it was lifting, training, trying to just get back to being an athlete and what that takes. It's a lot of work. And then just getting in reps. It's hard when you don't necessarily have teams to train with, but having a husband that's a setter definitely has helped. And then either coming back here to help play and train. Last year, I trained with a few of the players of the teams just to kind of get back into volleyball. And then after my second ACL, it was definitely a setback. But at that point, I knew what I had to do to get back, and I knew I could do it. It was just a matter of putting my mind to it and doing it, and I did. So it's hard. I'm not going to say that it's not, and it's a lot of tears and grinding, but if you have the passion for the sport, which I do, it's a no-brainer. One thing is just having that passion for the sport, playing pro. It's been my life, and I feel like that really wears off on the girls, is them seeing how much I love the sport, and then you can definitely start to see as we go through practice that it starts to wear off on them. And then I feel like that's when improvement comes, is when you want to be there, you want to be better. And it really encourages the girls to come in and get those extra reps and see what it takes to either get to whatever their next level is that they want to get to. You know, you are getting different learning techniques at a highest level that in other places you wouldn't necessarily get. You know, we've seen that development. A lot of us had started, you know, at this point where we didn't maybe know much about volleyball, or maybe we were fairly athletic and we kind of just managed, but we've been coached by some of the greatest coaches, in my opinion, and really help us develop our own skills, and that helps us then give back to the players. I love the atmosphere that they have, and even the drive and the spirit of what the girls bring in. The culture is, you know, we're gonna come in, we're gonna work hard, we wanna get better, and then eventually, with all the work we're putting in, hopefully we're gonna be winning games or winning championships. We really focus on those skills at first and building. A lot of clubs you go in and, you know, you start playing right away and you might look at it in the beginning, but here we're really working on making you better from the beginning and then building on it until at the end of the year, you know, we're competing with the top teams. We have so many resources here that players can use to get better. They can come in on their own, they can get lessons or group lessons, they can come to clinics. We have weight training, which really focuses on getting girls to be at a high athletic point and to help avoid injuries, which is unfortunately really common in volleyball. And then you're gonna have coaches, every single coach here is pushing you to get better. Even if I'm coaching a team, I know another coach can come in and help me and make sure that that player is getting what they need.